our fathers in glory, so they're not here to see what God did with us, right? And before he died, he said to me, my church was 3 months old. He said to me, he said, no matter what you do, promise me you'll keep an hour of prayer going, and you won't stop, right? And he's not even here to see. He's not even here to see. He's not even here to see because, his body was just gripped with cancer cells, and he was on his back, and he promised me you will keep an hour of prayer going. And so I kept my word to him, right? And for 12 years. That's why you have to be persistent.
Yes.
When God has put something in your heart,
Yes.
and you can't put God on your timetable, you just gotta be persistent, right? He said, if you would just be faithful and don't be weary in well doing, you will reap if you faint not. In the season. And then for 12 years, Tim, for 12 years, we kept that hour of prayer. 10 people, 25 people, 50 people for 12 years. Until October 12th, 2025.
Come on, man.
Went over 40,000. Went over 40,000 disciples from across the nation and around the world came together with no propaganda, no celebrities, no big bands, no big worship teams, no big preachers, no big names. The only name was Christ, and we said, we're going to rally around him. We're going to rally around him for 1 hour of prayer. And then we're going to seal that hour of prayer with an hour of worship. And people came from all across the United States. They came from the continent of Africa. They came as far away as Australia. And I think, even as I'm sitting here talking to you, I think this can segue into something I think we need to talk about. Is not only did 40,000 people show up for prayer. I mean, the State Farm Arena was full, and then the Georgia World Congress Center was full. But even when people could not get in to both the arena and the Congress Center, they took over the streets.
Yeah. And
they went around the corner to Centennial Olympic Park, and they took over the park. Yeah. And they was in the street laying hands on each other and having Bible studies, and white people praying with black people, and Asian people praying with Hispanic people, and they're holding each other's babies. Come on. This is what, it's kingdom, right? It's not one race above another. It was kingdom, and they was out there loving on one another. And they was going to the store and holding each other's places in line and giving each other water. And what we saw was the beautiful, this is important. Because just 2 weeks before that, we saw the ugliness of humanity on full display.
Yeah.
When a family lost a husband,
yeah,
tragically for the whole world to see.
Yeah.
Right? So we see the ugliness and the depravity of human beings, but on that day, we saw the beauty of Christ in us together. Come on, anybody. We saw the beauty of Christ in us together. Right? That we have more in common than what separates us. And we saw people loving on each other in the streets. I saw white women holding black babies, and Hispanic people holding Indian babies, and they was forming friendships on the line and bonds. And the people who didn't get in, they put their hands on the side of the arena. They was praying outside. And I went outside.
Yeah.
And I walked through the crowds, and I prayed and laid hands on people, and it was beautiful, right? And it was powerful. But Tim, I think it speaks to something else, though. The fact that 40,000 people showed up to pray has less to do with PAM.
Yeah.
And more to do with the fact that there is a new hunger in earth.
100%.
Right? I think